What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And a lot of you guys have been asking about this whole situation that, obviously they had the first reveal about Madden 21, and you guys saw that, and you guys messaged me, and you said, Gmia, it's over 50 new Superstar and X Factor abilities. I know I told you guys 3-4 months ago that, abilities are here to stay. And the reason that I told you guys that, it's been going on, several years of Madden, and it's been getting a little bit more involved. It's been getting more in-depth and ingrained within the game, so it makes sense that they would keep it. They're not going to get rid of it just because a few people have issues with it, and also they've learned how to tune certain things, i.e. the armbar. Which I told you guys, I will continue to tell you this. I told you this the same thing last year, 2019 in August. You can check my tweets, check my videos. I had no problem with the armbar. I don't care if he would have armbarred me, my moms, everybody. Listen, Ezekiel Elliott, when dudes are playing regs, it was going crazy. I did not care. And the reason that I didn't, because I understood what was going on. I understood that they were giving out abilities and then you had to have counters. So if you didn't have the right counters to what was going on, you weren't going to have success. Now, in regs, it's a little bit more different because you would have to pick a team, maybe the Ravens, people that have the right attributes defensively to deal with that, but then it would take away from you offensively if you didn't want to use a mobile quarterback like Lamar Jackson. But that's what Madden usually was. You know what I'm saying? It was always like, you have a scheme, that's what you're going to go into the game with, and you're going to live and die by whatever your scheme is. It just became enhanced because dudes was running around stiff-arming everybody in their sight, and it was continuous stiff arms. So EA tuned it up, and what they did was they made it so that, later on in the year, all you could do is get like one successful stiff arm throughout the entire process. So I understand that a lot of you guys are very, very nervous. If you're nervous about this, let me know in the comments. Just write the number 1, bro. Make it easy for you. You're nervous about this? Like, yo, bro, what could they be adding? What's going to be happening? Regardless of what they add, we're going to guide you right through it, the way we've been doing it for years. I'm going to let you guys know, listen, this is what it is. This is what works in my opinion. This is what works. This is what doesn't work. And then we're going to figure it out together because you guys are going to give me your feedback. I'm going to get in the lab and we're going to understand what works and what doesn't. What do I expect? I expect that a few of these abilities that they add are going to be OP. Just like everything else, bro. You know what I'm saying? You remember earlier in the year when they first did Escape Artist and you were able to run backwards with Michael Vick like it was Madden 04? Then they tuned it and then the fattest D tackles were able to tackle you in the backfield with Escape Artist. Those are the things, see, that's my situation with the way that things are tuned. If the game is designed to be that way, just let it be that way because guess what? The real Madden players are going to figure out ways to stop it, counter it, and do whatever. It's always going to be that. It may not be me. You guys may blow me out, but I don't care. As long as we adapt to what the game is ourselves and we figure it out. That's all I ever asked for. I remember years when Madden just didn't get a patch. How many of you guys played Madden 09? Was it Madden 09 with the QB walk? They never patched that. But we had to find ways like, listen, all right, you know what? We're just going to shoot clock. We're going to hold this ball. Gonna do when he gets the ball, he's just gonna turn invisible. And like no matter what it is, Madden players always find a way. With the exception of the DC glitch that was rampant back in the day, we've always found a way to kind of counteract whatever our opponents are doing. And it's always something, but that's the next level of the game. So most people don't want to go out of their way to do it, and that's the new generation. Most of you guys, some of you guys understand like, yo, I want the challenge. A lot of you guys don't. It's like, yo, this is cheesy, whatever. But if you go back to older Maddens, even like 2K, there's always been cheese. It's just that when you get to that opponent that knows it, now you got to figure something out. All right, so with everything else that's going on within the game, I don't want to really make you guys feel like, oh my God, I can't believe this. They're going right back down the thing. These guys are going to be superhuman. The abilities are here to stay, guys. And I was very, very confident in telling you guys that 3-4 months ago because I'm looking at it like Madden would actually die if they just kept releasing cards and there was nothing special about the cards. Now, realistically speaking, it does make it a little bit more difficult to adjust to all these new things that are going on for like a player that's just coming out to play. But they do have Superstar KO mode. That's not going anywhere either. Dudes want to run around with DJ Khaled at quarterback. People want to just have fun with the game. And I think that that's where a lot of us like go off on a tangent because like me, I want Madden. I want the Maddens of 25, 12, 11, 10, 9. I don't, bro, it doesn't even, just give me Madden. Give me every Madden except for 16 because I don't want the punter OBJ catching me. Just give me, but what I'm saying is they have other things in the game for casuals. So as far as all of these superstar abilities and like right now, I'm showing you this right here. Offense, you can go all out with the new skill stick to link together clever skill move combos that set up amazing gameplay moments. You see, these are the type of things that when you start interacting, like right now with the stop and go with Madden, that's been going on for the last couple years, whatever. They gave us human joystick this year. The game has been fun in certain instances. It's only certain things that makes all of us rage. Like for me, my pet peeve is this. When you throw the ball right at me and it goes through my body and you catch it, it makes me rage uncontrollably and I can't stop raging. But that's just me. You may have something else that affects you and it's like, yo, why is this guy doing this? Like, you know, a dude that comes out and hikes the ball and just throws corner routes. Like, we all have different things that affect us in different ways, but I think that the way that the game is going, right, we're gonna have to figure out what abilities make sense, and that's what it's gonna be. Because the one thing that I'll give EA credit for, a lot of people that played this game, we didn't all have the same overall abilities on offense and defense. The one common thing once we figured it out, like what is that, like September, October, about, you know, like Enforcer and Lurker and stuff like that, most people will have that. If you're smart defensively, you would have Lurker because Lurker is going to make you jump like you're Superman. That is something that's very, very important. Other than that, it does, like, many people had, you know, I saw dudes using abilities that I never used. So it's not like everybody was like a robot. Now, when you go and you look at even the pro players, you had dudes that were using Secure Protector instead of, like, you know, other things that you might think would work, like, you know, all day and stuff like that as far as offensive linemen. So people found different things to work for them, for what they were trying to do. So it wasn't all about, oh, it's a run-based game, it's this, it's that. They figured out things that work. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, what do you guys think about aggressive? They took away the ability for the defense to do it, but the offense can still do it. Doesn't make much sense to me. It seems kind of weird. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, what's going on right now? Are they going to remove that in 21? Like those are the things that I'm looking at, because when you play somebody that runs an aggressive all game and doesn't get called for it, it's like, okay, yo, like, all right, you know, pick me up, take my mom's too. Like, there's nothing you can really do about it, because once the players latch on to your defensive players, they never get off. So that's something that we have to kind of focus on also, and start to look at it like, we need to start focusing on other things. We need to start asking those type of questions, because as far as getting excited about the superstar abilities and the X factors and stuff like that, I don't believe that that's really that big of a deal. They're here, we've been using it. Right now, I'm actively in the lab going through every individual ability. Like, I'm looking through every individual ability and I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what are we gonna start off with in 21? What are we gonna try to perfect in 21? Obviously, I don't think they're gonna nerf streak specialists, because they can't. Because if they do that, like, look, this is gonna happen, right? I believe, you know, if you guys are not familiar with GutFox, he found out about that gunslinger glitch that everybody's been using, right? That you could stack it. I believe that EA Sports is gonna have no choice but to go ahead and make Gunslinger be like a stat gunslinger. Like, they're gonna have to make it work, because if they don't, it's like, what are you guys doing? You see what I'm saying? Because we had to stack it to get the right gunslinger. Like, we have to really stack it, bro. Like, what's going on? The ability should work for what it is, because we only get a minimal amount. So I believe that they were still testing out a lot of these things, and they learned how to tune it and make it better, the ability based on what you're supposed to get, while we're actively doing it, without having to continuously put out title updates. So, like, for me, just looking at the way that it's gonna be, I think abilities are gonna be fine-tuned and a lot better. And you could quote me on that, because every year, it's actually gotten better at what it was supposed to do. Now, if there are a lot of complaints, if there's Reddit posts that people are just screaming about, oh my God, they're gonna tune it. And then it's not gonna be what the game is designed to be. Put it like this. When we got that demo, for those of you guys that were able to play the demo, that was the best Madden game ever. If they left the game the way it was in the demo, how many of you guys got that Madden XX demo? You guys know what I'm talking about. If they left the game like that, right? Listen, bro, if you agree with me that the Madden beta for Madden 20 was better than the actual game, write the number 10, because it's 10 out of 10. If they left the game like that, Madden would have, bro, it would have been a completely different game. But, you know, due to tunes and people complaining and this and that, it changed it, and it made the game different. So in my opinion, I think the way the game is released, the closer they leave it to that, the more success we'll have with it. And I think a lot of you guys that are really upset about what happened in Madden 20 would actually enjoy playing Madden 21. Because that's the biggest thing. It's the patches. It's not the actual game itself when they're working on it and doing certain things. It's after they start to adjust certain things and they start to manipulate and tune that causes issues. So I really want to hear your feedback. Are you nervous about abilities? Remember what I asked you in the beginning of the video. Write the number 1, because we can discuss what possible things we can do to kind of calm those nerves. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.